Like, I want to go back to the hole, but gotta make sure I'm not missing anything, you know?
Very good.
For a Halloween party? I feel like there are better movies to put on for Halloween parties. Like, The Wicker Man's one of those movies, the Nicolas Cage version, where, like, nothing happens for most of it, and then it's funny for the very, very end. Which means it's just kind of like droning noise, and then you're gonna realize it's over, and like, oh, we missed the funny bits. I feel like you want a movie that at any moment when you look over, you could have fun with it. Hereditary? I wouldn't say Hereditary is folk horror. I feel like folk horror's main defining characteristics are dealing with, like, the fear of older, faded cultures. It has, like, elements of it. A little element. The bees are part of the best parts. Is that a fucking penguin? There's a penguin in this game now? No, it's not a penguin. I got excited. I thought there was a penguin. Puffin. Midnight Mass. Yeah, a cult. Definitely a cultic. Yeah, it's like about dealing with strange, forgotten culture. Like, I feel like, what's that Australian movie? An Evening at Red Rock? That's one. Wicker Man. The Ritual is pretty good. Definitely Midsummer. Yeah, Midnight Mass. I don't remember Midnight Mass very well right now. You could have Supernatural in there. Like, if you think about Hereditary, right? I'm worried about spoilers, so I'll be vague. The majority of the movie is in a comfortable American suburban setting. But, like, spooky things are happening due to, as the namesake implies, inherited things. You could read it as, like, the horrors of potentially inheriting, like, a mental illness from a family member. Obviously, that's not really what it's about, but that's what the name is there for. But it's not really about running into a strange, unknown culture. It just happens to be a cult's involved. The Wailing, that sounds very familiar. I'm terrible with names, but I watch a lot of movies, especially horror movies. Midnight Ass. I'm a big fan of horror movies, and I'm a big fan of weird nonsense from the 1980s and 1990s and 1970s to a lesser degree. Dude, sick daughter calls a magic man a healer. That sounds very familiar. That's not old, right? That's like aughties. Like somewhere in the 2000s. 1988's The Blob is one of my all-time favorite movies. Yeah, Korean movie, like... The answer's yes. Korean horror is some of the best. Like Two Sisters, A Tale of Two Sisters, excellent horror movie. I like the one with the teens. I love The Host. Like, monster movies, I feel like don't get made as much. The Host is a great one. I feel like Asian horror in general, like Japanese horror, gets real weird. Big fan of Japanese horror. Korean horror is great. There's a couple of Thai horror movies that I can't remember the names of that I enjoyed. End of list, probably. Great thriller movies? Are you talking about my favorite revenge movies? Sympathy for Mr. Vengeance, Lady Vengeance, Old Boy. That's cool. Don't drop any of the item I said I wanted. Oh, I Saw the Devil. That's also a great movie. That has, I'm probably gonna get the name wrong. John Wook Park, I think, right? He's in that one. Ooh. Ah. E. Guy who played Old Boy's big in Korea? Yeah. That dude's great. Whatever's down here seems pretty significant, like there was that glowing door. Here come the schlorms. Clean your schleem. Josh Brolin's big in Korea? We don't talk about the garbage American version. Like, one of my favorite movies is Let the Right One In. And now when I bring it up, people are like, oh, the one with, what's her face? From Kick-Ass? Like, no! Not the American version! I got the book next to me. Author also wrote another good book called Raising the Dead, which is very fun. Yeah, look at that door. That seems pretty significant. It's a good laugh. Remember discussing The Pulse with someone, only discovered they watched the American remake. They made a version... They made an American version of The Pulse? The Japanese movie? I didn't even know that. It smells blue in here. I had no idea. It's ass. Why can't Americans remake movies that would be very funny for them to remake? Where's the American version of Tokyo Gore, please? Give me the American version of Tetsuo the Body Hammer. You don't have the right. Sealed and obscured by MacLeod. Yeah, this is important right here. We can't go in there now, but that seems pretty significant. Why do they remake movies at all? What's the point? Like, there are good remakes. There are good remakes. Some remakes are totally worth doing. I will point out, like, one of my favorite movies of all time, The Thing, the original version, pretty forgettable. The remake, one of my favorite movies of all time. Not the newer The Thing, which is terrible. I mean, the John Carpenter movie is incredible. But that was a remake of, like, a 1950s movie. Yeah, I had to remember there. I'm like, oh, fuck. They already did a bad sequel pseudo-remake. Technically, that was a prequel that came out, but they just called it The Thing, right? Same thing with The Blob. 1988's The Blob. I rewatch that movie every year. I love that movie. One of my all-time favorite movies. The original? Like, the original Blob is fine, but it's... Compare and contrast between that and the 1988 version, good God. The Thing from Another World. Would Cronenberg horror be just as good as it was in the 80s if they remade them today? Like, yeah, as long as... I mean, I feel like Cronenberg is still kicking, like, as long as he's involved. They killed a kid in the 88 version. Yes, they did. Alright, I feel like we've pretty successfully tore this place apart. Well, I want to look down at that little island. So let's whip up here. Yeah, Cronenberg's son is making movies. What was the name of that movie? Future something or other? I haven't seen it, but I know something happens. Cronenberg looks like a necromancer for the last 30 years or so. I like that you could find some very silly old movies that he was a character in. He's a villain in... Shit, I can't remember the name of the movie right now. He plays an evil psychiatrist in a very funny movie that I'm blanking on the name. That little island doesn't exist. Escape from LA. He's in a bunch of things, like, just shows up. But, like, he is the primary antagonist in this weirdo movie that I'm not remembering the name of right now. Dark something? Look at that. The Phantasm movies? Phantasm's fun. We got this right here on the map. Not present in the real world. Potentially something that will happen later, given that we're currently standing next to a zone that we can't access yet. The tall man from the heavy dimension. This doesn't look like it's in the air. Phantasm was awful. Which one? There's like 6 Phantasm movies. Yeah, the first one's the most boring one. You know, someone's plotting a horrible CGI remake of Gremlins. Like, I feel like nothing is safe. Like, anything can be remade. Some things... I feel like the best remakes, if you look at The Thing, the remake capitalizes on the themes of the original, which is, you know, paranoia and fear, and just pushes it to a better place, and then it uses better effects to make a better movie. Like, it's overall, like, that was a good one. Same thing with The Blob. Like, we could do a better version of that. Like, those are the movies where it's like, okay, I could see a remake. What I don't understand is, hey, a foreign movie did really well this year. Let's remake it next year. It's like, why? Well, because no one wants to read subtitles? Like, you could just dub it. If a new Gremlins was announced, I didn't hear about it, and I don't want to hear about it. Gremlins is perfect. Accessibility, like, that's probably why it's a good idea, but at the same time, that's not why they're making them. They're doing it just for the money. Wait, I forgot to pick up my fucking souls! Damn it! Has there been an American movie that was remade overseas? Yes. I mean, you already nailed it. Indian movies. I don't know if you want to call them remakes, though. Like, I don't know if anyone's seen, like, Indian Terminator, but Indian Spider-Man. I haven't seen these, but I've seen bits and pieces. Remake might be a generous term. A very generous term. They're very funny, though. Ugandan Spider-Man? That's very funny, too. I've seen clips of that one. Like, I don't know if they count. Like, I feel like they're just names. Like, I feel like a remake needs to explicitly be recreating the, like, plot beats, right? That's what makes it a remake. Yeah, it makes a million copies of himself, turns into, like, a giant wrecking ball. There we go. Alright, now the question is... We got this flag, which brings me to this weird little coast. It's possible that this doesn't actually go that far, so maybe... Take that away, take that away. One, three, four? Where's two? Where's two? Where the shit's two? I lost the number two. Oh well, we don't need two. I don't understand how I lost two, but... Chinese remake of that seminal American classic, My Best Friend's Wedding. Oh, wait. Shit. Depending on the order this happens, this could be what you're looking for. Two weddings and a funeral? I believe that was an American movie and then they made a British version? Or it might be the other way around. I think it was American first, though. Not showing up on Wikipedia. Two deaths and a funeral? Sorry, two weddings and a funeral, two deaths and a wedding, something like that? It's like that kind of... Two guys, a girl, at a pizza place? Well, that's a pornography. Oh my god, the hands are still scary. Two weddings and a funeral. Okay, that is what I'm looking for. It's a Korean rom-com. Well, never mind. Did the American version come first or the Korean version? Because there's definitely an American version. Four weddings and a funeral. Alright, we're on the Spiderfinger Coast. Was Peter Dinklage in one of them? I've not seen these movies. It's four weddings and a funeral? Goddamn. My brain hit button wrong. Look at these adorable little spider finger monster demons. So what's going on, Kang? Spooder fingers. No one better lay a finger on my spooder finger. Quasi remake of the 1976 film Assault on Precinct 13. Well, there you go. Ow! Trying to see if Fallen Aces is worth buying. Someone picked that up. I think it was True Axiom picked up Fallen Aces. Pretty sure at 11 p.m. though. I know he's on vacation with his parents right now, so they're probably not awake at the moment. It looks pretty cool. Like, stylistically, pretty cool looking game. The Finger Coast. It looks like it's a dead end if I go up, so. $13? Yeah. Beat-em-ups are fun. Some weird-ass beat-em-ups happening right now with that Toxic Avenger beat-em-up game. Which just reminded me that the Toxic Avenger remake is happening still. Why, I don't know.
Hey!
Hex, this DLC is phenomenal. Toxic Crusaders looks like an 80s cartoon. Hey, Toxie and Friends was a cartoon in the 90s. But yes, pretty much. One of the weirdest things, like... The Toxic Avenger was a trauma movie. So very much not for children. Like, sleazy, exploitative horror garbage. I say that with only love in my heart. I was a trauma person in high school. James Gunn is still one of my favorite directors. The man got his start with trauma. But, like... It made no sense that they made a children's cartoon show off of that. No sense. But, like, that was a wild time. You had the toys. Like, that's where, like, I could see the overlap, because Aliens, that's not children's stuff. I had all the Alien toys. The Predator had action figures and toys. Psycho Goreman? You mean... my favorite movie of the past 10 years? Yes, I've seen Psycho Goreman. Do I own it on Blu-ray? Yes, I do. PG for short. Psycho Goreman is a perfect movie. A perfect movie. I've never seen a more perfect send-up to what I grew up liking. It's like an homage to everything I cared about as a kid. Weird practical effects, strange horror movies I rented because no one gave me supervision, so it's just like, rent what you want, go to the horror movie section. Only good could come out of the Manborg directory. That movie is incredible. I love it so much. Every time I watch it, it reminds me, like, I saw The Guyver as a kid without knowing what The Guyver was. Because it was just, like, on late-night cable one night. And every time I rewatch Psycho Goreman, which is all the fucking time, it reminds me, like, I should really sit down and rewatch The Guyver. A movie that has Mark Hamill in it? Child me didn't realize Luke Skywalker was in there? Guyver's a superhero anime? There's an American movie called The Guyver, which is like a weird adaptation. Yeah, it's a live-action movie, by the way. It is adapting like a Japanese property. I don't know too much about the actual Japanese property called The Guyver. All I know is that weird fucking movie. Taste my blade. Alright, that's death over there. The Finger Coast here might be done. Might have been a very short little excursion. Costume was actually pretty accurate, I bet. It was such a cool transformation sequence. But yeah, it was like a weird... It was kind of like... As a kid, I didn't know about, like, Kamen Rider or anything like that, but I knew about the Power Rangers, and to me, the Guyver movie was like, what if you made the Power Rangers super fucking cool? And there's only one Power Ranger. Coming this way mostly got me those kind of items. Oh, wait a minute. Ooh, Finger Ruins of Rhea. Time for giant butthole. Ah, good. I mean, PJ, if you have access to Hulu, there is a television show on Hulu right now called Go-Go Loser Ranger, and I recommend you give it a watch. Goes for everybody. I think it's a good show. I haven't finished it. It might not end as a good show, but the first, like, 6 episodes are pretty good. Well, this place looks fucking weird. Try fire, therefore fire required. Try finger butt pickle. That was the one Jason Frank was trying to get off the ground. Whoa, whoa. Has everyone here, I've talked about it before, but like, has anyone here seen Hell Comes to Frogtown? My current obsession. Movie's great. I like the music here, it's nice and like eerie. Kind of wind chimey, crystally. Hell yeah, Roddy Piper's in that movie. It was made the same year as They Live, like one of my all-time.
Glasses or start eating that trash can.
What is this thing? Alright, maybe cranking the volume up one more tick was too much. It is pretty loud. There's some real good moments. I remember the sequel when I was a kid, Return to Frogtown. It was on Sci-Fi. You could watch Return to Frogtown for free on YouTube. That's how little any of the people involved with that project care about it. That one doesn't have Roddy Piper in it, but it does have Lou Ferrigno. And it has that really weird puffy-faced man from American Ninja. There are just so many really good goddamn lines in Hell Comes to Frogtown. Like, you're one weird dude. If someone types exclamation mark weird, that will pop up for you. I have that playing in my head all the time.
I gotta tell you, you are
One weird dude. You are one weird dude. Now, did I mess up the volume? Is it just too loud in general right now? Did I accidentally do sound effects up? This way. It's going this way. I feel like the 80s were a glorious time for movies just because studios definitely a little bit more willing to take risks, but also because studios were taking risks, weird ripoffs happened of risky movies. So like Mad Max was mostly like a fairly indie experience. It wasn't like a big risk from a studio, it was a man made it happen. But because it did well, fucking Frogtown happened. Someone's like, yeah, we're gonna make our own version of Mad Max. Oh yeah, what's it gonna be about? I don't know, mutant frogs and like Roddy Piper has to have sex with women to repopulate America. I'm sorry, what'd you fucking say? Yeah, I got a porno script, we'll adapt that. It's like, are you out of your mind? No, we're gonna do it. Alright, let's go. And so we're blessed. Blessed with Hell Comes to Frogtown. We still get some fun stuff, though. Like, smaller production studios are the ones that are making the interesting stuff. A24 makes some pretty fucking fantastic stuff. And I feel like Shudder has been doing some good work, too. Like, Shudder put money into, obviously, Psycho Goreman, The Void. It wasn't that good, but Glory was pretty fun. Like, that's a movie I'm glad exists. Tubi does some pretty funny trash stuff. I should really turn on Tubi more often, because Tubi has some weird shit on there. And I'm all about just, like, I want to watch weird shit. Try jumping off. Nah, I'm alright. I'm alright. Thanks, Tool. What's going on over here? Giant sword. Ah, here. Remembrance. Oh! Oh, this is one of the duplicators, right? Yeah, remembrance duplication. Really? Just like over here? Huh. Stand right on top of it. I don't know, like, I would use this symbol for the walking buildings to let you do this. I feel like I'll just do that still here. They turned a TikTok into a movie. We need more Roger Cormans in this timeline. No, no! Oh! Almost slipped and died. A lady made a TikTok called "Who the Hell Did I Marry?" and they made it into a movie. Is it a good movie though? Good being, of course, highly subjective. When I ask about good, I mean less quality, more like, is it fun to watch? It's a trash fire. It's another one of those weird leech people. It's like a lamprey man. What's going on, Gomper? How you doing, Gampa? Now, Comper, earlier, we needed your expertise, and we were woefully underrepresented without you here to answer these questions, but please distinguish between a curved sword and a katana. Like, what makes a curved sword and a katana a katana? What's raining? It's a wee drizzle. Watch Titanic 666. That's a Tubi original movie. I should really level up next time we find a Grace. Earlier we were discussing, I picked up this weapon, which is categorized as a katana, but I also picked up something called a spirit sword, which is classified as a curved sword. And we're wondering, what makes a curved sword and a katana katana? Like, where's the line? How do you distinguish? Like, I feel like most swords have curves to them. But not all swords are curved swords. From the Cantonese region of France. Okay, see, that's what I figured. Japanese-styled sword meant to be worn in the belt with the edge up. About to embark deeper into this nightmare world. I feel like this is the important spot down in this Nightmare of Fingers. I do like this place. It's weird and creepy. A mournful place. Pop. Some fallen fingies. Oh! A tachi is a similar Japanese curved sword meant to be suspended from the belt with the edge down. Corrective measures is funny and terrible at the same time. Why does that sound familiar? That's not one of the Bruce Willis bad movies, right? Ew. Ew, look at these little guys. They're like the dead man's fingers mushrooms. It is? Michael, yes, alright. I watch pretty much every trailer that gets released. Like, I just like watching movie trailers. Finger mimic. Light pink mushroom resembling a wizened finger. Used by those who wish to become fingers to induce hallucinations. They call these mushrooms the stillborn of the two fingers. See what side of the tang the signature is engraved on? Wow. Aren't Tachi also shorter than Katana, right? That's a statement from a rank amateur. No, they're not. Well, never mind. Never mind. That's why I'm a rank amateur. They're both longswords. All right. What's the name of, you know, like you see someone wearing two swords, a katana and a smaller one. What's the smaller one called? Wakizashi and Kodachi. Thank you. This place rules. Oh! Why? From where? Who's sniping me? Oh, that dude way over there. I see him now. These dudes have fucking... They're like omega beams. So he had them finger mushrooms. Fucking dark size omega rays here. I want to learn how to cast that spell. That spell's awesome. Alright, fucking sniper. Whoa, where'd you come from? I don't like these lamprey people. I mean, I like the lamprey people from a design standpoint. They are good, creepy looking enemies, but goddamn. He can cast it like over walls. Yeah, it looks pretty important right there. I feel like I'll do that half. After I do whatever this center area is. Lind Mage. Oh, this one looks kind of sad. It's gonna be even sadder in a second. See you in hell. Ill-omened creature. All the fingies point here. Some kind of butt plug. church required ahead, therefore seek north. Seek church north. Let's keep going north. Mess with the kung fu only a little bit. My character is an int character. I need to find some int gear. This katana is the first int thing I found. Something worthy of my turgid mass of swollen brain. My massive intellect demands only the finest intelligence weapons. You call me too plump to go through that crack in the wall? How dare you? Yeah. What if we could make it over the wall? The old magics are strong. Not that strong. Think fast. Some kind of church somewhere. I love enemies that just slam their fucking head at the, like, I'm gonna hit him with my head and just hit the floor with a thud. Like the commitment. I admire. I admire that commitment. Boom. No, no. No run. Except death. Scrumptious finger mimics. Gonna cook up a delicious finger mimic stir fry. Got a bunch of hands on the wall, but they're not aggroing on me. Wait. It took my map away on its own, and that's why I knew I was in danger. I'm in danger? I'm guessing here. Maybe. I choose Eldritch Horrors. Finger Ruins of Rhea. Oh, we're on our way to the giant dragon corpse. I didn't appreciate that he was on the map like this. There's a church we need to find somewhere. Try north, they say. Maybe up here? Or over here? My point of entry was I came up this way. Down and around the slope. That's where we can duplicate a thing. I still need to look in this basin over here. But I suppose that's the direction I'm heading right now, so. The basin shall be looked at. That's the pathway we took down. Got a couple of little bodies down there, we can ignore them. I don't need to kill everyone I meet. Just most of them. Goodbye. Interesting. Looks like this might curve out. I'm gonna keep looking in a little bit more. Don't want to miss any caves that could be along that down wall. You look ridiculous! I really hope I get their magic spell, because that stuff's awesome. Generally, you typically find... like, if an enemy is able to do a spell, you find that spell. I might want to go down there and check that out. Just to be safe. Easy enough to come back up. The caves are hidden everywhere. Butt caves. Butt caves everywhere. Hidden from the general public. They're not ready for butt caves. People fear what they don't know about butts. No butt cave. Not even one butt cave? People don't respect butt caves anymore. Ah! Butt caves anymore. To the crack cavern. I mean, we got all these fingers. You would think they're looking for a butthole, right? I'm just putting two and two together. That's all I'm saying. There's like a land bridge above me. They really are like friggin' Darkseid's Omega Beams. Just like hard turning it right. Oh my god. That building looks safe. What we got going on here? Finger Weaver Cookbook. Oh, my theory proven true! The finger creepers hail from these ruins. So now I must sound this one hanging bell. And sweetly cradled shall I come to be at the bosom of the exalted mother. No, I want to look at the message. Are you ready? Don't think. I wonder if this is what we needed to find to touch the weird thing in the finger hole. Angry bear. Hefty bone. Not even a rude bear. Yeah, that guy said ring the bell, and I think the thing hanging between the fingers was maybe perchance a bell. I wouldn't call this a church, but you know, you're using the tools you have when you leave messages. Seek secret. Seek lest. I did it. Monstrosity ahead, therefore try sniping. Could be making a reference to the dragon above us, but I don't think so. I see not a monstrosity. But ultimately man was the real monster. 'Twas beauty. Yeah, that's the stuff that was chasing me, so I have not been up here before. For a second, the music got very exciting. Whoa! Ho, ho, you almost got me. Almost got me. More delicious finger mimics. How did these hands get into the nerd tree shadow? If a ghost we met is to be believed, this might be where they come from in general. This might be their point of origination. Unclear at the moment. He said, my theories are true. My theories are right. The finger creepers originate from the finger cradle. I must ring the bell and be embraced by the mother. So I'm gonna see if I can ring the bell and be embraced by the mother. Nice finger mom. Lindworms worshipping the two toes. The restraint it must have taken to not, like... It's like, yeah, they're gonna worship, like, fingers and stuff, right? What about feet? No, sir, we can't. It's two on the toe. New sword! Isn't a party. Does way less damage than the one I was using, but... I just want to use new stuff, so I don't care. It's like a little over 120 points of damage less. But it's faster, so it makes up for it, I think. I could make it do a little bit more damage by leveling it up again, but... It's at rank 9, and I only have so many rank 10 items to use. So I'll wait until I find some other things and make a couple of choices along those lines. To the weird bell? Oh, look at that bridge way up there. That's cool. I don't know what's up with these weird lamprey people. They don't have any equipment, so I don't know how I'm gonna learn about them. I want their spell though. Could you imagine like something so big that these are the fingers? No, fight that. Like, oh god, I don't know if I want them.